It's Tekken time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Storm Collectibles Tekken 7 Jin Kazama. First introduced in Tekken 3 and taking over the role of main character as they killed off Kazuya, only to bring him back later, but hey, Jin still has a great look, great design. Looks a little bit like a younger Kazuya, but I love the big gloves, the tattoo, and a little bit of fire on the sweatpants because fire is always cool looking. You can help me help you by subscribing so that I know that you enjoy the content and that you want to see more, that you want to be informed more of what's good and what's not good. So you can have all the looks on all the figures and it's free. Finally getting around to reviewing this one. I feel like it's been a while with Storm, and especially with Tekken, and Jin is a welcome addition to the line. He stands at about 18 centimeters to the top of the head. If you're going to the top of his hair, that would be about 19 for your inches. 7 to the top of the head, and I'll be 7.5 top of the hair. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, Mattel Stone Cold Steve Austin, Storm Collectibles Kazuya Mishima, NECA Raphael, and Darkseid. For your overall look in detail, I feel like there's some things that are pretty good and some things that are meh. First and foremost, the face sculpt. I am not in love with the face. I don't know what it is. There's something that seems off. There is enough detail in it. It does have a little bit more of the bushy eyebrows and the eyes look okay. I feel like it's a lot too rounded, especially over here. He's a lot more chiseled all throughout the figure, and we'll get to that in a second, but I want to look at the hair real quick. That one has some nice detail. Lots of layers going through it, and the front hair covering the eyes. It's yeah, a little bit rounded, but that's to be expected from like big pieces of plastic just hanging down. Now, muscle work. It looks good. I like it. It is refined, but it could be more refined, and that's what I'm saying before. Like, he's really chill in the game, but everything in here looks a bit muddy. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of detail to take in here, and it does look accurate, and he does look pretty ripped, but it just feels like just a little bit finer, just a little bit better. Then you got the tattoo on the sides. You got the gloves, the gauntlets, which are a lot more shiny, a lot more glossy than the rest of it. It's also soft plastic. It's probably, it doesn't get in the way of your articulation, which we'll have a look at later. And it also very nicely painted. This is one of the Storm releases where I do not have any troubles with the paint. Look at the belt, gold on the sides. It is good, except for, well, some of the parts in the back don't really line up all the way. But yeah, I've seen a lot worse, like especially like Mortal Kombat, Scorpion and whatnot. There, the lines were just like, they looked like some 5-year-old drew them on. But this one, it's pretty good. Standing out the flames on the side with a lot more gold. And it's all molded on there, you know, it stands out, and the texturing in the pants is also a really nice touch, appreciated. Then it goes out from the red into more of a yellow. Nice conversion over there, it looks good, looks clean, and we go down to the feet. Toenails are molded on there, and you have a little bit of a weathering, a little bit of a black line that goes on through his pads on the feet. And yeah, that about does it for the detail. Overall, I'm really happy with the paint, most of all. For the articulation, what do we say about the articulation? It's the Storm standard. One thing though about the head, it is kind of weird. So that's also helping for the look of it. If you push it all the way in, it looks like it doesn't have a neck. You don't want to do this. But if you pull it out too much, there's obviously a gap, and it looks, well, I feel like this looks more accurate. From the front, it looks alright, and I mean, I guess you can hide it if you move it around, but basically, it is on a ball, so it does move back and forth, not really that much. It doesn't go all the way around, but you have a hinge that's connected to the skeleton in there, and the entire torso is soft plastic, so you can bring it forward, can bring it back with that. It does tilt side to side with the entirety of the neck. Just really have to give it a little bit of a pull in there. Readjust the head so it does look natural, obviously. But it does work, and it's good. So then you have a hinge in the shoulder. You can bring that around. It's connected. It's just packed into the chest area with a ball, and you can bring it up in the hinge. Has the ugly squeaky noise. Then you have bicep swivel, the double hinged elbow, and in the fist you got another ball hinge that moves up and down and rotates the chest area. Also has some very good rotation, goes all the way, no problemo there. Forward, nicely to the back, does tilt side to side, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. The lower torso with the hip part, you can move that one back, forward, all the way around. It is fairly loose, and then for the legs, moves forward for some high kicks, could go higher, then to the side and back, and you can also rotate it on the thigh. Then you got a double hinged knee, not really on the thigh, but more like the ball joint that's connected the thigh to the pump suit, just saying. Then double hinge the knee, it looks good. The rad all throughout it doesn't flake off or anything, so that's very welcome. The foot moves forward, back, does tilt side to side very nicely, beautiful rocker, and the foot, the toes move forward and don't really go down. This is also, as you can tell, soft plastic, so that doesn't hinder your articulation whatsoever. For your accessories, you have a pretty huge effect part, which just kind of, you take it apart, it doesn't really go apart. I think it's glued together, so I guess you just kind of slide the fist in there, and then you have this. It looks kind of pinkish. I don't know about it. Faces, which also, I don't know. These faces just kind of look. It looks kind of off to me. I don't know. I love the teeth, how nicely detailed they are, but still, I just like, eh. Grabby hands for both sides, obviously, and open hands for some more posing stuff. And speaking about posing, you have these two with the two fingers in the front for some martial arts posing, and that's it. Then it's gonna do it. It's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Storm Collectibles Jin Kazama. What do I think about this one? Well, it's right down the middle. I don't think this figure's awful, but I don't think this figure is amazing either. It's good. Just like, as I was saying, kind of the muddy textures in the body and the face sculpt that I'm just not feeling. Alright? Other than that, articulation's good, accessories are alright, and you know, if you're looking for a Jin Kazama figure, you don't really have that many options, because as far as Tekken figure goes in general, there hasn't been much. So I'm grateful to have one, and I do recommend it for Tekken and Jin Kazama fans. Not a bad buy in that regard. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Jin Kazama wants.